You're learning with 9 to 5 English. Business English for the workplace. Hi, Tim here with another 9 to 5 English lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to ask for details using questions. Now, it would be great if everyone always told us exactly what we need to know, but it doesn't usually happen. When we want detailed information, we need to go out and get it. And that means asking people questions. You can confirm information with simple yes/no questions, like, do you sell printers? Or, are you the manager? But I want to start by looking at questions that get different kinds of information, not just a yes or no answer. And one of the best ways to get information is with WH questions. We have 5 WH words in English: who, what, where, when, and why. You might also use how, which has a W and an H, but not in that order. To make a WH question, you just start with your WH word and then use an appropriate helping verb. For example, you might ask, when will the next podcast be available? In that case, will is the helping verb. But you might also start with who is, or why are, or what does. How about some practice with asking some WH questions? Listen to each example, then repeat it for yourself. Ready? Let's get started.
What is the date for the product launch?
Who is going to take care of public relations?
When are these changes going to happen?
Where will the conference take place?
As we can see, WH questions are a good way of getting specific information. I mean, you can know exactly what details you want. But before you ask for specific details with WH questions, you might need to get some general information. In that case, you can ask a polite, indirect question to get started. You might say, could you or can you tell me more? Or you might say, do you know anything about something? Let's try asking for information using indirect questions. Remember to repeat the examples after you hear them.
Could you tell me more about this model?
Do you know anything about Devon Inc.?
Can you send me some information on your company?
Would you be able to tell me about the training session?
Nice work. Of course, when you ask someone if they can or could give you information, you're not asking about their ability to give you information. You're just saying, please give me some information. Okay, so I talked briefly about basic yes or no questions for confirming information. Now I want to show you a different way to confirm information, using tag questions. Tag questions are quite easy to use. You just start with a statement that you want to confirm, like, you sell printers. Then you add the little question tag at the end. In this case, it would be, don't you? And the complete question would be, you sell printers, don't you? Depending on the situation, you might need to change your tag to something else like, aren't they? Or, isn't it? Or, doesn't it? Let's try some practice on using tag questions. Once again, repeat the examples after you hear them.
The event is on June 4th, isn't it?
You're going to give us some samples, aren't you?
There's more information on the website, isn't there?
The session runs for 2 hours, doesn't it?
Hopefully you noticed that if your statement is positive, then your tag question is negative. But if your statement is negative, then your tag question has to be positive. For example, you would say, you're not going to the conference, are you? All right, so we've practiced some different ways of asking for details. But how do these questions sound in a conversation? Let's listen to a short dialogue between Nick and Tina. Tina wants some details about a sales boot camp or training session that Nick's company is running. Let's listen.
We're running a sales boot camp next Thursday.
Really? Could you tell me where it will take place?
Sure, it'll be at the LA Convention Center.
And it's open to everyone, isn't it?
Yes, anyone is welcome to register.
Not too difficult, right? First, Tina asks indirectly about where the session will take place. Then, she uses a tag question to confirm that the session is open to everyone. Now, it's your turn to practice. We'll repeat the dialogue, but this time, we're going to beep out the second speaker's words. You have to say those parts yourself. Remember to ask about the location using, could you tell me, and then confirm that it's open to everyone with a tag question. Ready? Here we go.
We're running a sales boot camp next Thursday. Sure, it'll be at the LA Convention Center. Yes, anyone is welcome to register.
All right, that's all for this lesson. We've learned some great ways to use questions to ask for detail. We'll be back soon with some more useful English expressions. Until then, so long and happy learning.